Hey there gamers, I'm GamerJock and this is Joan of Arc. This game is based off of the real Joan of Arc from the 100 Years' War. This heroine led an undermanned French army against the oppressive English. Dubbed as the Maid of Orleans, she was an early trailblazer for women, was also awarded the title of Roman Catholic Saint. Story. Your job as a protagonist is to galvanize your fellow brethren, push back against the English regime. However, this game provides a fantastical twist on the old tale by mixing in demons and powerful gems that go into these heavenly bracelets. Characters in this game are varied and run from archers to axe wielders to swords, mages, thieves, and lancers. You meet all of them along your travel, and they join in hopes of restoring peace. My personal favorite characters was Jeanne, of course. Lahire. Rufus. Colette. Or Colette, which however you say it. Giles and Marcel. Now, while there may be different members, there are some that use the same weapons. There are some that use the same weapons that I liked but didn't care for. Some members you will notice are blessed with the holy bracelets that can be used in combat, which I will get into right now, but first exploration. World map in this game is done on a grid that has different locations you will be going to, and inside of a cursor it shows Jeanne on screen as you go from place to place. Some places you could fight and grind, and others are strictly shop based where you could buy new equipment for your team or items. Combat in this game is done as a strategy RPG, the first I've shown in this channel. The way it works is you enter a fight and you're placed on a grid that can be of any terrain, grass, city, town, doesn't matter. You can see your characters as well as your enemies on opposite sides of the screen. You get your turn to act when the screen says this. Everyone gets to move depending on whether they are light on their feet. This. Everyone gets to move depending on whether they are light on their feet, like Colette, or heavy like Rufus. For example, Rufus can move like 3 squares and Colette could move like 5 or 6. However, once everyone in your party has moved, your characters remain right where you left them. Now the enemy gets their chance to move characters to you, so naturally if they move in front of your character they can attack them. However, your character may be able to block it or counter it if the numbers and percentages are in your favor. A cool feature in this game, when you do attack an enemy and successfully hit them, is a yellow ring will appear on the other side of them depending on where you hit them. This is a burning aura ring that can be used. One second. It can be used in a scenario like this. An enemy comes to attack you and you counter it, so when it's your party's turn to act they can move over to the ring if they are close enough and get in it, so when they attack the enemy they get a power boost and you could put the hurt down because you will most likely get a critical hit. Don't worry though, the enemy cannot use the tactic against you. They can use spells and attacks just like you can though, so be smart about where you place your people, especially if they are mages, bowmen, since they don't have high health. Particularly, you could find yourself surrounded if not careful. Skills slash combining is a fun topic of this game as well. You can get skills from shops or from defeating certain enemies. Everyone can have any skill, however it would be wise to have your melee teammates get the strongest attack skills, and mages, archers get more of the magic ones. There is a way to upgrade these skills, however, or make them into new powerful ones altogether by using Kiskus, Sikus, I'm not really sure. One of those two. You can give him certain combinations of skills. He will make powerful skills for you. Don't be alarmed if you want to make a skill later and don't know how to. He remembers for you. Skills when improved either become +1 or +2 or just change entirely. Keep in mind you have limited slots for everyone, so be smart. Aside from magic and attack skills, you could also make stat increasing skills or slayer skills like this. The Slayer ones are definitely useful against certain enemies. Just so you know, attack ones are red, magic is green, blue is stat or slayer, and purple is a special kind like a preemptive strike, allowing you to strike first no matter what. Also, your blue meter under your health meter is used for your skills. Once that is depleted, you gotta stick to regular attacks. Gem powers. It's time to discuss the elephant in the room. There are powers granted to you that are accessible during combat to some characters. You build up your meter gauge by slaying enemies. Certain gems require more SP to light up. Once you change into that form, your stats shoot up and you basically become a nuclear bomb for a while until the gauge runs out. However, if you're around a lot of enemies and keep killing them one by one, you get Godspeed, which allows you to have another turn to do more damage. This can really get you out of a pinch. Certain gems are available as the story progresses, while others have to be gotten by going to extra dungeons, which it comes when it comes to skills, you get special skills depending on the gem you're using. It's quite a sight to see them all. Chests are available on combat maps. Just know you may have to use up some turns to get them. They're usually marked as sparkles like this. Death in combat is nothing to be concerned about. For instance, if you win the fight but a character dies, it will be revived at the end of the fight. No one goes permanently. Grinding is not needed since this RPG is a tad on the easy side, but if you do, you will be overwhelmingly powerful like I was. The last boss was easy for me. The levels go from 1 to 99. Two best places to grind, by the way, is the Coliseum for prizes and experience, or a stage that has 3 dragons in it. They are tough. Enemies come in different forms. Sometimes they come in humans, pigs, giants, necromancers, and many a beast, and of course the reapers. Bosses. As for bosses, are usually generals from the English army or powerful demon that the English are in cahoots with. Just because it's a boss battle does not mean this is all of you against him. No, instead the boss hangs in the background with some grunts in the front to protect him. Then you get to fight him when you get closer. Story cutscenes are these nice CGI scenes that are used every once in a while to really evoke emotion out of a scene with voice acting. Text bubbles is a part of this game, but nothing too complex to read. Final thoughts. This isn't a revolutionary game, but it was very fun and provided a great atmosphere of story and characters that were all likable. It's easy enough for newcomers to enjoy and understand when it comes to strategy games. The story does throw some nice twists as well, and the game will leave you with a smile on your face. That's all for now, guys. Remember to pick this game up on PSP or the PlayStation Network store, and you won't regret it. See you later.